Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Oh, it's a long time coming. We got the rights to the song. Look at us. For those of you just joining us, this is Z Top. We lost one guy. Good night.
That's it. That's the end of the show. That's the whole show. I had the glasses off. I don't like looking at myself without them.
You look fantastic.
They're like $10 on eBay.
They're amazing. Are they purple? Is that what they color?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have to go to a wedding for one of Rachel's friends, and I don't like the friend that much.
Are you going to do?
I'm doing a real outfit.
You guys going to do your routine you did at my wedding reception, where you had your shirt unbuttoned to the waist with your chest hair hanging out, and Rachel's dancing around in front of you, and you're just humping the air, staring at her lasciviously, because that was enjoyable.
Is that what happened at your wedding?
You were just standing there with a drink, like looking at her, and she's just dancing. She didn't know what you were doing.
Yeah, I don't dance with Rachel. She dances at me, right, and I just respond.
Yes,
somehow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I try to keep up with her, but on a dance floor, I'm the dock and she's the jet ski. You know, that's all I can do. That's how I look at it.
And she's a poor thing is a jet ski tied to an old dock.
That is exactly what it is. I am just a barnacled tether.
I will never let you go.
This one she just wants to run free in the sea.
Nope. She's like a cuffed mermaid. It's like a mermaid with a and you're the Gordon's fisherman who will not let her go.
I can't lay claim to this, but I did read it online, and somebody's like, "What if you just cooked a whole mermaid? It's like surf and turf in one entity." And I was like,
That's
thought about it.
You should buy that joke.
The fact that somebody had, you know, when you hear a joke and you're so glad it exists.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm glad that's in the world.
Well, when we did the AMA yesterday, someone was like, "What's a joke that you love so much and you almost wish it was yours?" And I was saying how, like, you know, I said Mulaney's Salt and Pepper Diner, because that would fit so much of my shit is story based. But Ian Edwards' Bruce Lee bit about being the dude at the karate studio who gets beat up by Bruce Lee, and he's just there and he didn't kill his master or nothing. It's like it's his first day. Like, what's every Bruce Lee movie? Someone kills his master and he goes and beats up the whole school. And you know, there's one guy who's his first day, and he's just putting like, yeah, just got this coupon for this karate class. And he beats up the whole class, and he's like, beating up the black belts. Oh, she's beating up the brown belts. Amen. And I yell that amen to myself all the time. Like that moment where you can't do anything but you get the shit out of you. Like, hey,
I'm not even a part of this. I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
He's like, I ain't even got a gi on yet. This is bullshit.
I put my white belt through the loops on my jeans.
Well, just to segue it, when we were doing 2 minutes to show, you just blurted out, what did you say about your father?
My dad got his black belt at 70. And I think it might have been like, let's just not, like, we got to stop this guy from coming in here. Because he's on blood thinners. He did say they did stop a match because he like scraped his knuckle, but like, somebody's hurt, what's going on? And my dad would be like, I'm on blood thinners, and just blood sported the whole dojo.
Looks like a scene from Saw, and he just
yeah because he's got stints, man.
Oh man, poor guy.
He's stinted up.
Good for him though. 70. I mean, didn't he? Didn't he? I mean, you told me the story.
It's Kenpo karate. It's straight up, come in and we'll kick your ass.
He had to go fight like 8 guys in the woods or something, right? Don't you have to do like a gauntlet of kicks?
There was some shit like everybody lines up on the sides of the dojo and you just gotta walk through waiting for people to jump on you. Like,
I think that's how Klingons like become men. That's like their rite of adulthood. I think you go through like a whole thing.
I talked to him yesterday. The most I got out of him, he's like, it's just a thing I wanted to do. He's like, I was trying to do it earlier in life. I got sidelined because he's like, part of the test is like a interview. I'm like, the guy interviewing him is like, why are you doing this? He's like, I started it. It's a thing I gotta finish. So
there's like there's an oral, a physical, and like a written portion to get.
Yeah, it's like they just sit you down and want to find out if you're mentally prepared. And I think they're just like, yeah, let's
that makes sense.
Have it.
That makes sense. If there's just a guy who's just like, I just want to learn how to twist somebody's head off, and they're like, you have a good day, sir. Please leave.
I feel like checking in on the responsibility of why you want to learn martial arts.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I would guess gun control could take a lot from martial arts. Like, why do you want a gun?
Yeah.
Nobody asked me anything. They should have. I'm like, because look at all these other nerds in line. Well, I'm getting guns. These fucking dorks are getting guns. I want a gun.
Didn't they send you, like, they're just like, we're already processing. We saw your picture online. We're processing your request for a gun, even though you haven't sent one. It was just,
I just get a lot of free shit for the look. I've said it in a joke, but that's legit why I bought a gun. Is I drove by a gun store and I saw the other turds in line getting guns. I'm like, at least let me go out with a fight. At least let me. I'll lose, but at least let me be able to return fire to this dude with a Punisher t-shirt tucked in.
Oh God, the Punisher t-shirt.
Yeah.
The Punisher would hate everybody in a Punisher t-shirt. Like, he'd be like, you're the problem. You're the disease. I'm the cure.
Your visual existence is what's punishing me.
You're horrible
top dork.
My mother showed a picture of Rose to her butcher that she's friendly with.
Wow, let's unpack that statement.
And
how much can I get for this?
How much for this kid?
Worst case scenario, how much?
Like, wow, look at those blue eyes. Hope her dad has a big shotgun. Like, why do I need a big shotgun?
I love the joke, like, that dudes are like, I'll protect my daughter at all costs. Any boy trying to take my daughter on a date is going to meet me with a gun. It's like, is it because you were a fucking rapist when you were 16? You're not trying to protect your daughter. You're trying to shoot at your past.
Yeah.
You're trying to shoot at your own horrifying self-awareness of what a scumbag you were when you were a teenager.
You want to shoot yourself when you were 18 in college. You want to shoot of something you did to someone when they were too inebriated to react.
Yeah, I was a dishonorable person, and therefore I project that onto all other young men.
I don't want to come home to roost on my kid. Yeah.
Yeah. I do not trust my daughter to handle herself. I don't trust anybody in humanity. Why? What did you do when you were 16 that you keep locked away, you creep?
We had Chris Garcia came over last night with his wife Val, because we're all vaccinated, and
new babies and vax.
New babies and vax. They brought over Sonny. Have I told you the female detective squad that we're forming? No. We got Rose Braunger, Sonny Garcia, Will Greenberg's daughter. We got Peach Greenberg. There's a baby named Peach Greenberg out there. Sounds like a Jewish gangster.
It sounds like the Los Feliz real estate office.
They're running it. So anyway, this woman who works with Kara on some stuff. She brought her mom, and her mom Anna takes one look at Rose and goes, "Oh, she can sell mascara. Look at those lashes. Like, what? On the baby mascara."
Getting
so weird.
If you just, because there's that whole trend of people making food poorly online.
Yes.
But doing it sincerely, and then people get outraged, like, how could you? And it's like, you're just walking into the trap.
Yes.
You do baby makeup. You sell baby makeup and say, don't worry, this has been tested on animals, so it's safe.
Yeah, right.
And just, old Pat Kinane, old black belt Pat Kinane, one of his Halloween ideas was for me and Tegan, my sister, to go as a pimp and a hooker when we were like 5 and 3, because I take after him where I only want to dress up kids in the most offensive costume because they're kids. You can't get mad at the kid. And then like the parents are like, I let them pick out their own costume.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking you were saying blood sport before. I'm thinking, Rose is I call her Rose Beef because she's a beefy kid. She's got a big, huge head. She's got Michelin arms.
Got a beefy kid.
I'm thinking
beefy
Halloween.
kid.
Halloween, she's Chun-Li from Bloodsport. Just a pair of satin pants, no shirt. You are next.
Shit, the little kids love to hold anything. So if you just get her the bandana of what's his name?
Yeah, of a ogre.
Yeah, ogre.
Yep,
breaking out.
You break my record, now I break you, like I break your friend.
Do you know how bad I want your neighbor to just be in the window behind you?
Bernice, R.I.P. She passed away. She was in her.
Wow! I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Go. Here's the thing. Bernice was a badass. She walked every day. She'd go up our street and go, "I'm sorry. Have we met? I forget things all the time. I'm old." And she goes to Kara. And goes, "I'm Bernice. My husband's dead. I'm gonna die in that house. Hope you have a good day." Like she would just say stuff like that. Okay, what did she say?
She goes.
Kara's joining.
Here. We had a family. Hi, Kyle. Whoa,
Hi,
Kyle.
How about him?
Yeah.
A lot of time over here.
I feel like your brand is finally just like.
I got nobody's checking in on me anymore.
I got it. Looks.
It's a great beard. Great beard.
It looks so good. Those glasses, everything, the mood.
Thank you for the glass. I got the glasses recently.
Yeah, it looks. But I like that they are purple tinted, and then you have purple lights behind you.
So, okay, what did Bernice say?
Well, there was a family of ducks living in our backyard, and one of the ducklings fell into Bernice's backyard. So I knocked on her door and I was like, "Hey, this is super weird. I want to see if I can get the duckling out of your yard." And she's like, "I'm Bernice. I'm 93 years old. And like my husband is dead, and I'm gonna die in this house too." And I was like,
"Oh my god!"
Just like see if there's a duck in your backyard. Thanks, Bernice. Like,
I like that she just had a checklist of like just before we start, know these things.
As you get older, it's good to know your story, right?
Yeah.
It's always good, like in a new relationship or if you're out and about.
Yeah.
Deliver that, like, "Hi, I'm Bernice. I'm 93. My husband's dead, and I'm gonna die in this house." And,
yeah. I didn't have to read your bracelet. You could just still tell it to me. Did she die? Did she die in the house? Did she die in the house?
We think so. She had. Yeah, you went over.
Her dog was barking a lot, and I went over there, and like there were people kind of clearing things out and things, and there was like a caretaker, and I was like, "Hey, is Bernice okay?" And she's like, "I don't know how much I can tell you, but not really." That's all she said.
I think that's kind of beautiful because she was a lovely woman who lived a long life, and she was very happy.
Yeah.
And she died like as Rose was born. I feel like there's this like sort of like such proximity to the sort of like
transference of a spirit.
Yeah.
Don't even fuck around. My name was supposed to be Bruno.
I'm not fucking around.
No, my grandfather died 3 days after I was born. I was supposed to be named after him. Bruno. Come on.
That's
Bruno? I should have been a Bruno.
Rose and
Bernice are best friends.
Yeah.
Hey, Tommy.
Then it put it, and my mom freaks out because she's like, your grandfather's an alcoholic and he liked Budweiser. And if I'm drinking a Budweiser, she's like, "So you are an alcoholic?" I'm like, "I drink everything because I'm an alcoholic. I don't have a brand loyalty." But I should have been a Bruno. Which would have been awesome.
Yeah, you should call yourself Bruno. So should we welcome our first guest? Are we going?
Hey, furious typing Jake.
I say let's do it. Everybody, please welcome Mr. Buns himself, the Water King, Tom Segura.
Hey, boys.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey, girl.
Hey.
Hey.
You guys look good.
Do you have a tea? Do you have a juice? Are you doing a juice?
It's a watered down coffee from 3 hours ago.
Nice.
That was stay with you all day. Yeah.
Move.
Hi, guys, girls. It's good to see you.
Dude, I haven't seen you in at least like a solid year.
At least, yeah.
Last time I saw you, we went and picked up your kid from daycare, and I was like, I didn't have a kid yet.
That's right.
I was unaware of the mores and the ways, and I'm like, should I come with? And you're like, no, you can't. You should. Like a random stranger stroll into a daycare.
That's right. I was like, dude, you gotta stay in the car. You can't just walk in here. Fucking 40-year-old guys walking through like, well, these kids look cute, man. Like, yeah.
Hey, could you count some money when you walk into this daycare? Just casually count some money as we're going to pick up a kid.
Kyle, you look amazing. I haven't seen you. You came to our office. You did podcasts. That's the last time I saw you.
That was a long time ago still.
Yeah, that was, I mean, year and a half, something like that. The
something
beard was
around there.
Definitely shorter.
I have not touched my head since July.
Fucking A, man.
So we are doing this thing. Tom, anytime I can't, as a comedian, I can't mention bicycles.
Ugh.
I can't, I was mentioning a health thing. What did you do to your body that anybody's like, don't Segura yourself?
Yeah.
Was that big cat scratch? You got a big cat scratch? Big
old cat scratch. I got a leopard. And
I know you're doing well, so I figure you're into the exotic animal stage, because if you don't want to have more kids, you get into big cats.
I asked Mike Tyson that question. I go, what made you think you could get a tiger? And he's like, good question, man. And that's like, what? He goes, I was in prison. I was calling my car guy. And I was like, yo, like he was telling me what kind of like Ferraris and shit. And then his car guy was like, I could get you a lion. He was like, okay. This is like in Mike's crazy days. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, my car broker was also selling exotic animals. But but no, for me, I went, all I did was try to jump, and my body just fucking completely committed suicide. Like
the footage is disturbing. Like I saw even that guy someone got a tattoo of you on the gym floor.
Yeah.
With your face doing this over it.
Yeah. It's crazy. My patellar tendon snapped in half, which
that's your knee, right?
Dude. And so my patella was.
You just showed me your arm, and now you're talking about your knee.
So because the knee went first, so the patella tendon snapped. My patella was moving around in my leg, like you could just that's over there.
That's kneecap for the lay person.
That's right. And then as I fell from my attempted jump, I landed. My arm went behind my back. I landed on it, and it snapped in half. This arm snapped in half. So it was a double whammy, bro.
Does this have anything to do with you drinking watered down coffee? Like
it could be, man.
Get some cream in there. Get some calcium.
No, Tom is a stoic, strong man. He just laid there. I would be screaming, probably. I don't know.
You didn't cry?
I
would cry.
Fucking Carrot comes in. Did he cry?
No, I didn't cry from my injury. I cried like a week later, which all the physical therapists, they explain to you that when you have a physical trauma like that, your brain compartmentalizes it like, hey, your pain is so severe, that's all you're going to think about. And then afterwards, I was sitting around in a recovery room a week later, and I was just openly weeping.
Yeah, it's called shock.
Shock. Yeah. I dislocated my knees a few times. I went in for a callback when I got Mad TV. I came in the room in front of the executives for my screen test on crutches, and they all started laughing. They're like, he's doing like a cripple bit.
Oh no,
guys! And I did that Johnny Carson festival in Nebraska.
What a cripple bit.
Enormous theater, and I came out on crutches, and they just started laughing, and I was like, how do we fucking treat the disabled? This country,
dude.
So. But the first time I did it, my knee went out and my kneecap stuck out the side of my leg. Like the skin was around. I'm sorry, this is gross. But I looked at it and it felt like I was watching a movie. It didn't feel, I didn't go shriek or I just laid there and everyone ran away trying to barf.
Yeah.
And,
it was the grossest. I think everybody that was at that gym was in more shock than I was. Because they were all like, oh, what are we supposed to do? They were so fucking thrown. You could hear one of the guys on camera's going, his arm. He just keeps repeating it. And I'm like, yeah, it's broken, man. It's broken.
I tore all the tendons in my collarbone, but that was at a party being drunk. I tried to body slam somebody off of a fence.
That's a very Kinane fucking way of getting injured.
You know how like you hate the idea of a personal brand, but then everything you do is pretty on point. So there was nobody there. Everybody's like, you just yelled body slam and jumped off a fence. Perfect. And then I tore all the ligaments. I didn't break my collarbone, but I tore all the ligaments. And so right. It was just sticking out my shoulder. And I walked back into the party like, all right, guys, I guess we got a little rowdy. And everybody at the party's like, all right, you need to go to the hospital. They're like when you suck the fun out of a whole party, just from your, I wasn't saying I didn't want to go to the hospital, but my physical appearance ruined everyone's good time.
I just love that you yelled body slam.
I announced it. I Babe Ruthed the move, and then just jumped into somebody's lawn.
That is on brand, whether or not you like it.
I hate how on brand, because I'm like, no, I'm an individual. You can't tell what I'm going to do, and everybody's like, you're probably going to do this. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Kyle, do you remember?
Nailed it. Oh, look who's going to get 3 Egg McMuffins because they know breakfast is served at night now. Yeah, all right. Well.
Kyle, do you remember when we went to the Guns N' Roses concert a couple years ago and I threw that heavy girl over a fence? Like, we were getting out of this stadium in San Diego. And
yes, we were all trying to escape and there was San Diego Padres stadium.
Ubers were, it's like 60 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
No, and we see all these kids going up a hill to this fence, fortified fence about like 6 feet tall or 5.5. It was high. It was like here to me.
Good on you calling her a heavy girl.
Because she's big. But she was afraid. All her friends were jumping, getting over it. Kyle went over the thing and she's standing there and she's like, and I'm like, you're okay. Just take my hand. Step in, I did the thing, like step in my hand. And she's like, I can't do it. I'm like, you can and you will. And she's like, okay. And she put her hands on my shoulders and I got under her leg and just flipped her whole body over the fence.
Yeah.
She was like 17, 18. She just landed, got up and was like, thanks, bro, and ran. Because when you're young, you don't really get injured. But it was like,
no.
Thinking back, it's like Kyle and I were at Guns N' Roses concert. Of course I was drunk. I threw, probably was a minor, over a fence.
Yeah, you threw a person, man.
Yep, I did.
But less you threw a person and more you aided in an individual just trying to get out.
I feel bad about it, but it's like, oh God, the next day, I don't have those days anymore really where I wake up and go, oh fuck, what did I do? But I was like, wait, I threw a girl over a fence?
Dude, I used to fucking take way bigger falls than I took. I just bounce right up, I wouldn't even think about jumping off a platform or something. Like, what? And then literally I just hit this age and my body was like, we're gonna give up completely.
Kyle, it's disturbing, but you should watch the footage because he just goes up for a layup and it's like what you remember that Tales from the Hood, that horror movie where there's a kid that can he draws you on a piece of paper, pulls it, your body breaks. It was like someone drew you and went crunch. Like, it was crazy.
There's that dude that works at the gym. He's a coach that was there. And that's what he does, like, for a living. It's just, and he was like, I've never seen someone's body do that before.
I can understand what you went through. Because listen, I was the kid in high school. I'm the reason gym class still had written tests.
Yeah.
Like, I was so, I'm not physically incapable. Oh, no. Oh.
So bad. It's so bad. I just knocked over my fucking ring light, man. I can't.
There you go.
Why, Jake? You got to warn me, man.
How do you feel seeing it, Tom? How do you feel?
I mean, I've seen it so many times. It's still, because it's me, makes me go like, oh shit. But
what would you do if that wasn't you? How would you have responded if somebody else did that?
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I've always laughed at injuries. Like, not a forced laugh. Like, I think it's my defense mechanism of like the discomfort of watching it. People would tell me injury stories and I start laughing. Not a forced laugh. Not like I'm trying to coach it along, like an involuntary, sincere laugh. I don't know. I've always done that. And then now people send me videos of them watching that and laughing, and I'm like, okay. I mean, I deserve it, I guess. I don't know.
You've become 2 girls, 1 cup.
Yeah. Sure. They can send it to me. Reaction vids, yeah.
I'll tell you that in high school, when they're like, a layup is you run and you launch off the left leg and use the right arm. And my dumb gifted art brain, like I'm uncoordinated, but I'm not physically incapable.
Yeah.
Me trying to do a layup is like if you put an eye patch on a giraffe and pushed it off a skate ramp. Like, it's the fucking dumbest thing. Like me dribbling up to and then like left leg, right arm, and I would fall like how you fell every time.
Oh my God.
So I empathize.
Thank you.
With that. Age-wise, how old are you, Tom?
I just turned 42.
Okay. I'm 43. Last year I cut my dick open falling off my bike. Jake, the producer, enjoys that one.
Yeah.
Me too.
Went off a jump. I go off jumps. I'm an old man. I shouldn't do these things. We're just talking about my dad's 70 and got a black belt. I think they just gave it to, like I said, they gave it to him so he'd stop showing up.
Wait,
like,
you got a black belt in what?
Kenpo karate.
What?
Yeah. Like straight up ass kicking shit.
Man in the woods at 70.
Man who's never raised a hand to me in his entire life is somehow now a fucking lethal weapon in some states.
Strangers in a park. Like, God damn it, Kyle. Just burying punches in all the strangers. Taking out his frustration.
Man's been fighting a log in the basement for but I never knew.
Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and like your dad could fucking just push me and I would just break. Like he could just shove me. I split in half.
A friend and I wrote an entire horror script based on the idea of like this like scary old men, like old men strength.
Yeah.
I remember pickup basketball. I mean, I never played, but like hanging out with friends, and they were like, there was a dude who was like yoked, old guy, and just a little slower or whatever, and someone started talking shit, and he's like, boy, you out of your mind? I will beat the shit out you. And the other person goes, hey man, take it easy. And he goes, oh, you with him? You with him? And everyone's afraid of him. Everyone's 20, 20. He's like 50, 60 or something. And you're just terrified.
Yeah.
It's something about someone who's still scary at that age and still ripped. Because the level they're having to do.
When do you acknowledge that you're more Gran Torino than Karate Kid? When do you just like, I'm going to use my elder statesman to intimidate younger people, and
a Vietnamese family that moved in next door.
Whichever racial denomination you want to choose, Tom. I'm not.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't know where you live, dude. I don't know who your neighbors are.
That's true. They're Persian.
But foreigners. Let's just say foreigners.
Yeah.
Let's just say foreigners in general.
Yeah.
When you could pretend you were part of a war that they don't know never existed because they're new to the country.
What kind of gangs are in your neighborhood, first and foremost, Tom? Like what
here?
Yes.
Oh, there's like a surf gang, and then there's a tennis gang.
Where, Tom? Where are you at? Are you beach inland? Are you inland? You don't have to give it up.
I'm beach. I'm beachy. I'm beach adjacent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wouldn't fuck around with those Huntington Beach dipshits.
Those guys,
they're crazy.
That's no joke. Those guys don't fuck around, man. No,
they're strong, on drugs, and dumb. I'm not gonna mess around with that trifecta.
That's a perfect combo.
Yeah, they lift weights on cocaine, and
they have ironed out the brim of their Hurley hats, and they're coming for you.
Next week, Trump's coming back, and they're going to lead Biden and everybody out in cuffs, like next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys run that. I mean, They run that neighborhood, you know.
Mhm.
They have their own rules, and I was, hey man, just keep on driving. I'm good.
Yep. Yeah, they don't have a moral to why they're violent, which is the scariest thing. There's no like ideal, like we're fighting for this, like we just wanted to break into this Billabong store real bad.
Well, it's wild that the Comedy and Magic Club is there, and it's a clean club. Like you go on stage and be like,
well, that's Hermosa. That's different. That's
No,
Hermosa.
I'm talking Orange Curtain, Orange County type shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Hermosa's like bros parties. It's a party. It's definitely a part. Of the 3 South Bay ones, that's like the most. That's the go out, get hammered.
Yeah.
And then Manhattan Beach is like upscale, and like we just learned
Oh,
immensely racist that like they took the land from like black families, like in the they're like oh this isn't like they took the land. They're like, you don't want this land. Just took it from them.
They took it after the KKK attacked the beach.
Yeah.
Like imagine you're on the beach and the Klan comes in with hoods. And what kind of fucking horrible group attacks people at the beach?
Well, the Klan, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Klan.
Also Klan beach attire. I want to know that they have the hoods, but it's like shorts, like they're still in flip flops.
I mean, I just they
too
gave
much.
The family, so.
Too much imagining the Klan beach attire. Sunglasses over the hood. Oh.
Kyle, do you remember Jason Fever's bit where we had this guy Jason Fever in Chicago who always do like experimental comedy shit, and before he came, they introduced him. He's like, "Hey, can I really love a good intro? Can you guys hold these signs up?" And he hands out these signs that say, "Yay, Jason Fever, we love Jason Fever." And he's like, "Okay, so just go nuts when I come back out, okay? It just makes me feel good."
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool, like a kind of artsy fartsy crowd, and he goes,
Yeah, I'm making a tape.
Jason Fever, and he comes out in a Klan robe and hood, and they're like, "Yeah, oh come on."
Oh God, yeah.
It was so fucked, but it was so like at the same
That's
time.
so funny.
Well, the commitment to just a fraction of a second where the bit's funny. Because then afterwards you're just standing in a Klan outfit in front of a room of people.
And you're like, remember a few seconds ago when you laughed, you thought this was funny?
You liked me.
Yeah. Matt, did I ever tell you my Mad TV audition?
No.
Dude, so I went in, I have no recollection of the year, but all I remember is like they told me to prepare in some way, and it was like a monologue and something else, and I did it. And it went well. And then she goes, what about impressions? And I was like, she goes, can you do any? And I was like, I mean, I don't know, like who? And she goes, Jack Black. And I was like, I mean, she goes, just go for it. And I was like, and I just started to go like make a face. And she was like, and then I kept trying to do it. It was like, so I can't even pretend to do it as poorly as I did it. And then she just was like, please stop doing this. Like, stop. I go, you fucking asked me to do it. And she was like, you should work on that. I go, I didn't work on it before I came in here. And she was like, yeah, go get better at impressions.
I went at the same time as Eric Andre, and he had this homeless character that he did that I would be crying laughing in the hallway because he gets in people's faces and like takes their shit and stuff.
Yeah.
He goes up to an executive, and he didn't get cast, which I was like, you gotta fucking cast this maniac.
Yeah.
But he went up to this executive, and he's like, hey baby, what you doing later? And he pulls out a handful of dried leaves and just throws it on her and goes, y'all want some sun chips? And I thought that was the funniest.
That's hilarious. He's so funny.
I auditioned for a sketch show at MTV where I did a Danny Trejo impersonation, and I just wrote the words "big scary tattoo" on my torso and took my shirt off and just pretended to be on the phone with my daughter. Like I know I've been studying, but they don't want me to act. They want me to be the thing, you know?
Yeah.
It was real sad that they didn't want me to be other characters.
Also, you probably shouldn't have picked a Latin one. I'll be honest. Like that's these days.
I didn't do an accent. I really
might know me from.
Oh yeah. I'm not doing the accent. Guys, girls, can we welcome our next guest?
Let's do it. Let's do it, man.
I am excited to welcome our next guest. And I'll say one of my biggest disappointments of this year or last year was not being able to go to Australia to the Melbourne Comedy Festival with my friend who I'm bringing up. And the new joke that I quote without even hearing her say it, but somebody else told me about it. I will say it once we introduce her. Liza Treyger, everybody.
Hey, Liza.
Hold on, Liza. There's a song.
Oh.
Yeah.
Great. But you've been seeing me the whole time or no?
Yeah, no, we saw
Yeah.
you.
We see you, glitter cheese.
Yeah. I realized too late. I was like fixing my hair for longer than I thought. And then.
Well, no one else.
You're great.
You just came on this now for everyone else.
Okay, great. They're shocked I spent time on my hair. Thrilled to be here. Tom.
Lisa.
Your fans are so mean to me on Instagram, and
Mine?
Oh no, they're mean to everybody.
I just wrote, I love 420, LOL, and people are like, no one cares what you think. You probably just like eating.
No. Wait a minute, you gotta specify something though. You wrote that on something that I posted mocking 420. That's
Yeah,
what.
yeah.
Okay, all right. They didn't like seek you out. Like, hey, where's Lisa Treyger?
I did like that Tom's fans kept calling that picture of me from 2010 when I was heavier, Fat Mark Normand. Which I've seen people put my picture up and go, Mark Norman's funny. It's like like an actual magazine or newspaper, and then his picture, and then they'll talk about me. It's like
Wow,
guys, yeah. Like,
Tom, you know what you've done.
I don't know what I did.
You know you did. You're clearly in a basement right now. You own a house with a basement
That's a velvet couch.
in California. Those don't exist.
How do you know I'm in a basement?
I see where the window placement is.
Yeah.
I feel like
I'm from the Midwest. I know what basements look like.
All right,
and I love them.
Are we gonna
Liza, Shane Torres told me your joke, and it's gone down as my favorite new joke I've heard. And tell me if I'm screwing it up, but it's just about you seeing a guy walking a dog without a leash and going, he can fuck.
That's a joke. I say
That's my favorite new joke. That's my favorite new joke.
yeah, like the dog respects him.
Don't explain. I got it. No, I got it. As a straight man, I got it.
I'm glad to be complimented.
Lisa, you look great, by the way.
Yeah, you do. You look fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. I was with my parents in the suburbs of Chicago for months, and now I'm in LA and I'm free.
Nice.
Where are you at in Chicago?
Skokie, famous for Nazi marches and the KKK. And
That's on theme with this podcast, this live show.
yeah,
We're in deep with Nazis and Klansmen.
Nazi
Not about
chats.
racism, it's about free speech.
No, but I do have like a controversial opinion where like I have Jew letter tattoos and I would rather have a reformed Edward Norton American History X tattoo situation than someone with like a full Jew tattoo.
Wait,
What?
so what, just like a giant Star of David
Yeah, like a guy with
getting
like a
arrested
giant
after
Star of
curb
David.
stopping Nazis?
I would rather a covered up swastika for someone that's learned than someone that got like a giant Jewish star on their chest. But I don't think I believe in that fully, but
Wait,
I'm just embarrassed for
what
Jew
if we
tattoos.
employed artists to take a swastika and turn it into something else?
I would love that.
Cover up.
I mean, it was a
making it
Buddhist
a
symbol, right?
whole fun nude. Yeah, but nobody remembers that part.
I know that. Listen, I'm not that guy. Don't
You
worry.
should be that guy. Get a swastika and then write like this is a Buddhist thing, like over it. You know what I mean? And when people say something, be like, "Oh, dude, you got it wrong."
I feel like
You
that's
get-
already,
it's
internet
a-
trolls
it's a-
are way ahead of me on that. Way.
Yeah.
It's a swastika, but it's a rainbow colored one. It's called a swishtika, and we reclaim it.
There you go.
Lisa, I agree. What if we find somebody who redesigns all symbols of hate
Please
into
hashtag
something
me.
else.
Tag me.
Lisa, are you
I'll give you the whole thing.
Lisa, if you see somebody that you find attractive, like you're attracted to the person,
Yeah.
and then you see a Jewish tattoo, you're like,
No, because I have bad tattoos, so it's fine if the person knows it's bad. But it's like, I went on birthright, I got inspired. It's humiliating. But if someone's like, I love my Hamsa tattoo, like that might be weird for me.
Well,
if there's regret for the Jew letters, but just like, I think that I can't.
Well, everybody started getting Sanskrit. It's like, didn't we learn from making fun of all the people that got Japanese characters in the 90s?
Right.
That they're just going to do that with Sanskrit, but it's like, no, this is Sanskrit. I know that's like the best way to get it on under people's nerves is having some Middle Eastern lettering, since they're the enemy because my uncle hates them. I show up to Thanksgiving with this. It's like, well, yeah, but the Japanese characters we already learned. I get my mistakes done in English.
Yeah. Whoa.
I just watched a funny video. Well, whatever,
That's
a video.
Grim Reaper, and it says "Party Pooper" on it.
Is that newer or older?
It's newer. It's a cover up of a tattoo I thought was dumb.
I like that tattoo with the flying clock.
Yeah, it was all faded out and
No.
looking rough.
Yeah, Ariana Grande has a tattoo that says "small barbecue grill" on accident, and I like that.
That's cool.
She did it on purpose. She did it on purpose, though.
It was a full accident, but that's kind of cute. Like I like that.
I like that. Yeah, Tom.
Can I leave? I can leave.
No. I'm sorry.
You're with me.
I also want to talk
covered in
about Drag
tattoos.
Race. But I don't know if you guys watched the finale last night.
Drag Race? No, I didn't see it.
I missed the finale. But yeah.
I'm indifferent towards Drag Race and the UFC, so I don't know where to exist in the world anymore.
Maybe watch The Housewives.
I'm a 90-day fiance guy, but even that I'm not like.
I watch Atlanta. I watch
Liza, don't give me full sass on 90 Day.
That.
It wasn't sass. I just made one little noise.
Lisa, have you watched Love
It
Island?
was full sass.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Love Island.
That's pretty great.
Me too.
Yeah.
And what about Couples Therapy? That was originally on Showtime. You can watch it on, I think Prime, or I think it's on Prime now.
I've seen
God
a few of
damn, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That is good stuff, dude.
Let's watch
People are vulnerable.
Dating Around on Netflix.
Yeah,
I
I've
got
seen that.
heavy into Dating Around.
Yeah, that was good.
The one that was all shot in
Brazil?
Yes, that was great too.
Yeah.
I forgot who said this, but someone suggested doing Love Island, but with average-looking people and seeing how it goes. And
The first season of Love Island we watched, and I was like, oh, it's actually kind of like humane and nice.
well, and they're fucking in front of each other in one room, and they can swear. So it's like all in all a great show.
I liked when that dude showed up who was just average as shit. Like he looked like Jim Belushi and showed up dancing, and all the girls were like, "Oh my god, who is that?" And I was like, "Is this a gag? Is this? I don't understand. Did he pay them?" And he's like in a shirt unbuttoned to the waist. He's not in great shape. He plays a keyboard terribly, sings an awful song, and they're like, "I like his vibes."
Yeah.
And I was like a little stoned, and I was like, "I don't understand what this."
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, he came dancing up on the beach. He came halfway through, and I was just like,
Came dancing up from the water.
"Yeah, he lives on a boat."
Like he emerged from the sea.
Little Mermaid style.
Yeah, he lives.
I'm the biggest mermaid, motherfuckers. What's up?
And all the hot dudes were threatened by him, and I'm like, I don't understand what's going on.
That's hilarious, man.
It was amazing.
Yeah. Would you guys? I was gonna ask about mermaids or unicorns, but I take it back.
Why not?
Why?
I mean,
If you had to pick a mermaid friend or a unicorn friend, what would you pick?
unicorn transportation's involved.
Yeah, but the mermaid in the water? I mean, that'd be,
I would go mermaid.
Well, you live by the beach, so water's a mode of transportation. We're all land based.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
fair enough, man.
Are you gonna buy a yacht?
A yacht?
Yeah. Are you gonna buy I feel like you're gonna buy a yacht.
I'm gonna get a boat.
You
Okay.
getting a boat?
I'm getting a boat.
What size boat?
Like 22.
So
22.
you've looked at the catalog. There is a boat coming.
Yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
You ever done boat stuff?
I had a boat in high school.
The fuck kind of statement is that?
I mean,
what did you just drink out of and say I had a boat in high school? What?
I had a
First off,
fucking.
what,
All right,
no,
so-
what did you just drink out of? What did you just
marble.
drink out of?
all right. I got this as a gift.
Is that
on
a
my birthday.
narwhal tusk?
I got it. I got this for my birthday. It was a gift last week for my birthday, so I'm using it. All right.
Who gave it to you, Mike Tyson?
My nanny. So she's very sweet.
An employee bought you a gift. And
Yeah.
you're about to buy a boat. What
Yeah, man.
life
I
are
didn't
you
tell
living?
her yet. I'm just fucking gonna show up with it now.
Fuck you. You were angry at me in the meet and greet in the beginning because I had a fucking gardener that I fired. Now you're mad.
Yeah, what life? What life? You realize we all just tell
He drinks out of
jokes,
an
right?
elephant tusk, man. It's cool. His podcast is huge.
It's a fucking narwhal
Oh,
tusk.
tell jokes. I had to put
It's-
these purple lights up myself.
It's fucking. Look, I'm not getting a yacht. It's a goddamn just cruiser. All right.
Just a cruiser, Lisa.
Yeah.
But you could. There's a room to sleep on it.
No. I'm not
Okay.
getting
Not comfortably.
No. Yeah, I mean, you could just pass out in one of the chairs.
Is that
That's
like
what you do on a boat.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get like the wood, like the wood panel top, like James Bond would have?
Dude, do you know how much those fucking
That's a
things
cigar
are?
boat.
We
Those are
don't
like
know.
Cigar boat.
Those are like
No,
those
we
are
don't.
Like,
Lisa's right. We
Dude.
don't know.
those are like $500,000.
Do you know how much those things are?
Really?
Yes.
No.
The real, like the Riva and stuff. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
What are you paid? What's the name on the side?
Yeah.
What are you calling your boat? The Lisa?
Meredith.
James
Yeah.
Meredith.
Meredith. Yeah.
Are you really?
No, I don't know.
I love the Meredith.
Yeah, I like the name, but yeah, it could be whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't think you name like a 22-foot fucking like speed. You know, I don't know if you
You
name.
name
them,
all boats. You name
Really?
all boats. Yeah.
Absolutely.
but-
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. I'll fucking name it, man.
Let's name
Name
our
it.
boats. Let's start.
What?
Let's start with Lisa. Lisa, what's your boat?
Oh my God. I think I would just. I don't want to say glitter cheese. I would give me a. I can't think right now.
Exactly. Kyle, what's your
It's, Chunder.
nice?
Yeah. Chunderstruck. Chunderstruck.
Oh, what's my boat?
Ham man chowder.
Like clam?
I would want to do a pun and something silly and
It's
cute.
got to be a pun. A
with
boat name's
reference.
always a pun. A boat name's
Yeah.
always a
Do
pun.
you
Quick enough.
remember? Did you ever read about the really cool brother of the Sultan of Brunei?
No.
Have you ever read about him? Oh man, this guy is something else.
Even your free time sounds expensive.
This guy is like he's not like he's the Sultan. It runs everything, and he gets like the peanuts from him, which is like I don't know, like $100 million a year to spend. And he's a real fucking savage, like an animal. And he bought 2 boats and named them Nipple 1 and Nipple 2, and he's an absolute pariah, and he's misbehaved so much that the Sultan recalled him and was like, "You're not allowed to go out anymore." And so they just took things away from him. But yeah, he has 2 boats named Nipple 1 and Nipple 2.
Good Lord.
That's not even like a silly name.
No, it's not. It's really on the nose.
How
My
many
bud- my-
bodies do you think he's thrown off each of those boats?
Easily, both of those guys have killed countless people, and there's zero accountability for any of it.
I don't think you could be a sultan if you don't kill somebody.
Yeah.
My buddy's hardcore Italian and Chicago suburb related. His cousins, they had Camaros, and one was green, one was white, one was red, and they'd get on 355 and just fly the Italian flag in their Camaros.
God bless it.
down
I
the
like
highway.
that. That's
So
creative.
It's definitely more terrestrial based pride.
Alien? What's terrestrial mean?
The land, extraterrestrial, which I have a problem with the phrase extraterrestrial because that describes alien. It just means there's more people.
Yeah.
Like terrestrial is of the earth. Extraterrestrial just means there's more people of the earth. Like
Wow.
most people's kids are extraterrestrials because they haven't
Sounds
done
like
anything.
Ted
yet.
Nugent saying
No
we're
offense to
1 through 18. I don't know if you're I don't know. I feel the same, but I don't know if it's
extraterrestrial means surplus humans. It's not a good term to describe aliens.
It feels like you're right. I don't know.
We have
feels
two
like you're right.
suggestions.
Tom, look at what I'm doing with my life right now. Of course I'm
We
right.
have two suggestions for boat names. Ms. Lizzie suggests Hey Girl for a boat name. Cheese Street Cassassin says Chum Lee, Bloodsport, callback. Marty McNugget suggests Water Champ for Tom.
Can I? That's a good. But that's a good one for a boat. But can I tell you something?
Water King.
Of all the name suggestions, the best boat name so far, it's definitely Hey Girl. That's the best boat name, dude.
That's a good boat name.
That's a dope boat name. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I like Meredith. It's mysterious. Like,
yeah. If you see a boat pull up and there's Hey Girl on the side, you're like, all right, I'm gonna check this out for a second. Like, this is a good time boat.
One time, when I was a waitress, one of the bartenders was like, one of our regulars invited us all on the boat. So let's go. And we all dressed up, early 20s, going to this boat. And it was like a dirty, tiny boat. It was disgusting. I had to pee in a bucket, like off the boat. Like, it was just so gross. And then he sped it up, and I flew face first into one of the parts of the boat. And so that's, I think, the only time I've been on a private boat.
But Liza, boat owners underestimate how cool a boat is to other people that don't know about boats. So, like, I got a boat, and you hear boat, and then you get in a boat, and you're like, this is just an ocean Volkswagen.
No, if it wasn't dirty, I would have been happier.
Boats are always dirty. Boats they're never going to be clean.
Never mind. I have had a fun boat thing.
We know we've all had fun, but listen, fun and clean are separate entities.
My friends made little sandwiches. They took Hawaiian rolls and made little sandwiches and put them back in the packages. And I was like, that's fucking smart. Okay. And with Munster cheese. It was so.
Now you're moving into a whole discussion about King's Hawaiian rolls, which has nothing to do with boat life. It just has to do with that fact that why aren't we using these for buns for everything we've ever eaten in our lives?
Word. Yeah.
I will take it back to boats real quick. In Chicago, we were out in a 4 a.m. bar, closed it down, and went to someone's house. And at 7 a.m., one person was like, hey, I got a boat. You guys want to go on the boat? And so we go down to Lake Michigan. Yeah. The guy who rows you out to where the boats are wasn't up yet. So someone jumped in the water, swam out, got the boat, took it back, and we all got on. We took it out to Lake Michigan as the sun was rising. They let me steer. One dude falls off. I'm trying to get him with a rotor going in the back. I've never driven a boat in my life. I could have run him over and killed him. It took 3 or 4 passes. We kept throwing the life thing at him, the lifesaver, and we got him back on board. And he was arrested. He was one of the managers from the bar I worked at, and we got him on board. And he's to this day, one of the lamest things I've ever heard a man say. We're like, dude, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, no. I mean, I always feel most at peace when close to death. And I want to.
You didn't push him back in the water?
Now you're going to say something that makes you look like a badass. Like now you were screaming for help.
He was thinking about that statement for a while.
Yeah.
While struggling.
Kyle nailed it. That dude.
I gotta say something cool. They're gonna ask, and I gotta say something cool. This is gonna be it. Fuck that guy. Throw him. Chum him out. Chum him out.
Nobody has on the tip of their tongue, I am most at peace. Like, no one is just thinking that ever. That is a prepared statement.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't know my night manager at the bar turned into Hemingway after a few minutes in Lake Michigan.
It was so constructed to make like the young cocktail waitresses like him. It was just like, stop.
I guess we gotta fuck this dude now. Yeah. Now that he's all waterlogged and stupid.
He probably
better blow him
on a leash, man.
That would have been wild. So that thing could have just cut him up into little pieces. Just
should have. I think
body parts.
Yeah.
Wild. You'd have been in prison.
My biggest boat faux pas. Rachel knows boats. Rachel, my missus, wife, whatever.
Does she like your beard?
We're at this weird impasse where I say, listen, you got to tell me if I need to do something. And she's like, I think it's fun. And then nothing happens. So that's where we're at. She knows nobody else is going to fuck me with this. And also, now that I got these glasses, I'm really into the look.
Wait, are the glasses full time? Put them back on.
Yeah, it's better.
Put them back on.
Because without the glasses,
No.
you buried a body. With glasses, just a pervert.
Yeah.
You know?
Mugshot.
Put them back on.
Mugshot. What about just up top?
No, please.
You've raped a couple children, but you let them live.
Oh my God.
That's the opposite of sunglasses of like, I'm into this. You raped some kids. No, I have not.
I feel like on your head, like when you wear them up here, it's a little bit like when you enter a venue and you're like, hey man, is this the loading? And the guy's like, yeah, dude, this is the, like explaining to me how
we do drums first. We do drums first.
Yeah. And then you put it back down.
You look like the store owner in Hustle and Flow that the dude had his hooker fuck to get a nice mic. Like you look like that guy. Like
I don't know that reference, but you betcha.
Why did the hooker need a microphone?
Her pimp did. Her pimp was doing it hard out here for a pimp, and he's just like, we need this mic.
Oh, music.
I'm the guy Joe Rogan thinks he is.
Yeah, I see that.
I only do DMT to get in touch with my real dealer, man.
I love DMT.
Have you done it? Really?
What is
Yeah.
I'm an old man.
I saw Outer Space, dude. It's like cool because you have visions and your body feels great, but it only lasts 10 to 15 minutes, so you don't have to be worried.
You did it with Kenny DeForest. He almost got me to do it in the desert last week, but I was having a bad time, so I didn't do any.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw Outer Space in colors, and I listened to Al Green, and I like.
Where do
You can just do all that stuff anyway.
That sounds nice.
Where do you get DMT? Like,
Telescope,
how do you score DMT?
CD player.
I've never gotten drugs for myself.
But you gotta eat a baby's head.
Actually, one time I went to
Jake Brown in the messages is like,
what is he?
He said,
fuck
I got you.
He produces experiences.
Denver Jake has got you covered.
He produces experiences.
No, one time I went to go buy Molly, and the guy was like, "Hey," and I go, "Do we know each other?" And he's like, "We did New Faces together," and I went wild.
Wait, was it Tom Segura?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
it was so fun.
Montreal.
Tom and I did New Faces together, and
We did.
one of my favorite memories was there's that British dude on stage with a suit covered in stars and moons, and Tom's acting out his act as the guy's on stage, and I remember just crying, laughing, and it just all the tension, all the nervousness just went away.
Do you remember how nervous we were for that?
But that guy's whole bit was, I'm walking on the street and trip, right? I said, what? Hey, foot. Did I say trip? No, I didn't. I never did. I never said, hey, trip, let's trip right here.
Is he successful or you don't know?
King of Australia.
Stadiums. He's somehow bigger than Tom.
Enormously successful.
Who is it?
Enormously successful.
That dude sells out. Like
Who is it?
He did. Listen to this, because I don't remember his name right now. I really don't remember his name. He did a string of shows. It's like when you see like 15 sold out shows at a club, and you're like, wow. He did that at the O2 Arena. Like 15 arenas there.
He's lying.
I'm not exaggerating.
And you don't remember his name.
I swear to God, I don't. Do you remember his name?
You remember that detail about his career, but you don't remember his name.
Because I learned that way afterwards about, like, we've talked about him every once in a while, and we looked him up one time, and it said like this dude set like a record at the O2 Arena.
Wow.
Isn't it fun when you learn there's a rest of the world?
Yeah.
No.
It's like Michael Karras.
Yeah, Michael. Yeah,
like Michael McCarthy or something.
Something like that.
Because our friend reps him, right? Rachel works with him, right?
Yeah, I'm at this.
No, he plays stadiums.
No, he's like the biggest comedian in like England.
He's like he's the biggest.
Yes.
He did like Wembley for like 7 nights in a.
That's what we say.
Wow.
Dude.
We got confirmation from the inside.
Guys, there's still tickets left for Nashville Zanies. I'll be there in June. Still got some tickets left for
Roll down the
roll down the window bit.
Do you remember?
Nashville Zanies.
Your dad.
All of us remember that shit.
The dad drawer, and then you can't find anything in the drawer, can you? Your dad just looks around the drawer, nothing's there.
Doing Laughs in Seattle tomorrow night. Actually, Sunday night. There's actually some tickets left for the late show at Laughs in Seattle.
Motherfucking Wembley Stadium from that shit, dude.
9 times.
For like 10 nights in a row.
Insane.
I don't remember. Oh, fuck.
It's my.
Well,
You're right, dude. You're gonna make me
listen, there's a reason.
I watched this special because I was like, "What is this?"
Wait, do you watch Drag Race or no?
I don't. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
Paul,
There's a reason. There's a lot of Whoppers sold.
I got it. It's Michael McIntyre.
Oh,
McIntyre.
Okay.
Yes, that's it. Jake just wrote it right there.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Problem. Yeah.
Hey, bitch.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you since New Year's. Like, you're like one of the last human beings I saw on Earth before the pandemic.
Look how good she looks.
I know. We that was a beautiful home and a beautiful evening. I wore a nice brand name dress.
Oh, you have
and I brought a bunch of cigarettes, I remember.
and we brought
Nashville. I think it's the 19th through the 21st of June in Nashville. Zany.
Oh, let's plug. Yeah, we got to wrap it up. So let's plug. What do we got coming up? Lisa, what do you got? All right.
I have a
Michael
podcast.
McIntyre. Just tell everybody Michael McIntyre's.
I mean, and the point of that story was just Tom took my nervousness away because it was so fucking funny. Him just going around the room being like, oh, is this a drink? Is this a beer? Is it open? Is it a drink? Do you put it in your mouth? Do you take it away? Why can't I drink from this far? Why not this? Why not? Just like fucking you bust your ass to write good shit, and this guy's out there. Oh, God bless him in his stadiums. I'm glad he's killing it.
God bless you, Mike.
God bless you.
I just didn't
Mike.
anticipate that answer at all. I totally thought you were going to be like, and we never saw him again.
No.
I can't believe it's the full opposite.
Bro, and Lisa, the best thing is
plane crashed on the way
when we found out, we still were like, that guy's probably dead, right? Like we didn't know anything about him anymore, and we're like, let's look him up. Like we found his name, and we're like, oh, he's the biggest selling artist in Europe ever.
What's good and what's popular are rarely the same thing.
Except for Cheetos.
Flaming hot, baby.
This was so fun. What's that noise? That's not me. Is someone rolling a recycling bin right now?
That's Jake. That's Jake, our producer, making fun of people who use keyboards.
Yeah, when he types, it sounds like a joke.
I love the sound of clickety clacks and turn signals though a lot.
Ooh, like an ASMR type thing?
Yeah, I like clickety clacks a lot. Like, I wish they sold cash register toys for adults. I would be fucking cash registering all day in bed.
You just have like sound effects apps on your phone.
What's going on?
I think Tom's playing a trick.
Sounds like a hamster.
That's not me.
I know it's not. It's just okay. I don't mind. I just all right. So, Liza, what do you got coming up?
My friend Kara Klink and I have a podcast called That's Messed Up, an SVU podcast. We talk about SVU and we interview people and we talk about real crimes as well.
Whoa.
Well researched.
I was in an audition room with the redheaded woman who played the lawyer.
Casey Novak.
And she was a delight. And we were both going, she's like, God, I hope I get this. I love my job, but I'm so tired of it. And she goes, 9 years of kid rape. It's like,
honestly, how are you, Chris Maloney, just being like, all right, the dead kid stuff again?
Well, no, he's on an organized crime spinoff, but what's wild is his ass is like people are obsessed with his ass right now, and it's kind of nice.
He was a physical trainer.
With his ass for real?
Yeah,
his ass is for real. Like everyone that we interview that's been on the show, they're like, he's always stretching and eating brown rice and proteins. Like he works hard on his ass, and he's 60 years old.
He's 60.
He's 60, and his ass is just like, it's like J-Lo for boys right now. Like
it's
people,
like an onions.
that's memes.
Lisa, was Chris Noth one time wasn't he on the show for a while?
He's on a different franchise.
Okay.
But he's in a Dick Wolf world.
I flew with him one time, and he was like, that procedural shit, man. It just fucking sucks. And I was like, okay.
Well, to me, sorry.
No. And then he was like, you know what I like? And I was like, I had no idea what he was going to say. He's like, Downton Abbey, man. That's real fucking, that's a good show. I'd like to be on that. I was like, oh, okay, man.
To me, he's Sex in the City. He's big forever, you know?
He's big forever. The flight attendants would like walk by and see him, and they would be like, and he was like, yeah, it's me. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that.
They couldn't keep it together. Like they could not keep it together. Seeing him.
Yeah.
The only time I've seen that is John Stamos was at the Cellar, and men, women, gay, old, straight, young, no one could keep it right.
Stamos is unifying.
Yes.
Riot Fest in Chicago, big punk rock festival, had a butter Stamos. They had a butter sculpture of Stamos. That was the biggest attraction over the headlining music acts.
That's pretty
And
incredible.
then Stamos acknowledged butter Stamos online, I think.
2 days ago, I was with friends and someone mentioned coffee cake, and I was like, "What episode did they eat coffee cake?" Entenmann's in Sex in the City, and all my friends knew. And the husband that was there was like, "You're all sick in the fucking head." But
It was Entenmann's?
yeah, they like ate an Entenmann's cake when Miranda decides not to get an abortion, and then Charlotte's like, "We're having a baby," and then I cry every time. But like,
I was right down
know.
Lake Street from the Entenmann's Bakery.
It's
It was
good.
by my grandparents' house. I know that Entenmann's.
It's
Bakery.
like the best poor people food, I think.
That is good. Entenmann's as well.
Good poor people food.
Yeah.
Liza, we'll just start a whole podcast about good poor people food. Back.
Tom, what do you got coming up, man?
Spanish. A lot of Spanish for.
Oh yeah,
Spanish.
I'm doing shows in Spanish and English. Yeah, so I got some touring stuff coming up, all on my website, tomsegura.com, and yeah, pumping out podcasts and shit. Same, man. Same as you.
Posting videos of people eating their own shit. Good old
Stuff like that.
wholesome.
Wholesome stuff. Yeah.
Comida de Baja. De Bajo, baño.
There you go.
I thought you were going to talk about Baja Blasts. I'm like, I love it.
Good try.
Baño blasts.
Yeah.
Comida de Baño blast.
Well, this is the first one we've done of this, and like, I think this
Wow.
I had a blast. Like
It's
this
fun, man.
one, it's like an event. Like it's live, kind of anything can happen. The wife can walk in,
Anything can happen. You
Yeah,
gotta come.
because
Yeah,
it was
I'm all
called
alone.
because it was called live. It did confuse me for weeks.
It's live. It's live right now.
You guys got to come visit me when I get Meredith. You got to come by.
Dude, I'm gonna ride on Meredith. Sorry.
I got boat experience now.
Let's do it.
I'm a great swimmer. I could save anyone's life.
Let's all.
She can fall off and we won't have to go back around for her. She'll find a way to shore.
I am most at peace when I am on the open water. So there you go.
Let's get close to death.
Let's
Guys,
get close to death. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I dearly love you both. Like
Yeah. I love you guys. It's good to see you guys.
An
For real.
honor.
guys. Thank
It's
you.
really
so
fun to see you. You too, Liza. Great seeing you.
much for tuning
Good
in.
hangs.
Really appreciate you. Hey, girl.
Bye, guys. Hang loose.
Hey, girl. Bye, girls.
Elephant tusk.